And yeah, this is the village of Eseana in Togo. Yes, this is West Africa, and we're out of the capital city of Lomé. We're about 2.5 hours north. What's up again, my beautiful peeps? I'm Jamaican Youth, and in this video I'll be taking you through the village of Asiana in Togo. Asiana is a village located about 2 hours north, maybe 2.5 hours north of Lomé, the capital city of Togo. And I'll just be giving you a walkthrough or a drive-through, just giving you some of the things that I learned, telling you some of the things that I learned as I drove through and just gone through this village in Togo. You know, we all have stereotypes and ideas of what an African village looks like, and this is an example of one in West Africa. Before I go into the details, just want to ask you again to support the channel by subscribing if you haven't done so. You know, that's the way we grow this channel. That's the way we get these videos in front of more eyes. And if you have subscribed or not, just drop a like. You know, just like the video so that it can push the algorithm and it goes out to more eyes. So, as I said, I'll just be giving you a tour of Eseana, a village in Togo. And as you can see, we're just kind of driving through. We're kind of just arriving here and walking through the area. What is interesting about Eseana, this village, is that they're kind of known for producing Sodabe. Sodabe is an alcohol that comes from the palm tree, comes from the palm nut, comes from the palm tree. It's a little common in Africa. It's very common in Africa, actually, and you can get the palm wine and also the palm liquor, palm wine and palm liquor. We're out here in the village in Eseana, and we're going to see how palm alcohol is made. So yeah, we're pulling up now. So right here, we're just about pulling up to an area in the village where palm liquor is made. And as I was saying before, you know, the palm tree is pretty crucial, pretty important in the making of the liquor. Essentially what happens is the palm tree, there is sap that comes from the palm tree, and it comes out white, and then it's that wine is taken, or that sap is taken, it's poured into this apparatus here, and then if you look at the end right there, the end result is that liquid leaking out. It's leaking out into a funnel. There's cotton under the funnel to strain or to filter the liquor into the bottle. But what happens here, as you can see, there's a drum there. It's poured into the drum. The tree sap is poured into the drum, and then it's boiled, and then the vapor that comes from the boil, that comes out when it boils, goes through these pipes that's being pointed at here, and then these pipes go down into these cooling areas, these drums with water in it to cool it off so that it's not too hot. So there's the drum, it boils in the drum, and then the vapor that comes up out of the boil comes into the pipe, down into the drums to cool out. And then, as you can see, go through several different processes of cooling, and then it comes out as Sodabe. Sodabe is the liquor or the alcohol that is created from the vapor from the boiling from the tree. There we're looking at a palm tree right there. So it's a very simple process. Here it is. We're kind of tasting the liquor or the sodabe. Sodabe is like tequila. So if you can think about tequila and what raw tequila tastes like, this kind of is what you're getting here with the sodabe. It's nice, you know. And if you look in it carefully, occasionally you'll see like little bubbles of palm color in it, and that is why you have the cotton filtering out the sediments that's left in the sodabe. So it's a very interesting process to see and to actually get to taste the sodabe right there on the spot. But that's the process that they run it through. I'm sure you have other systems depending on what part of Togo you go to, but that is essentially what happens there. Now if you look at this palm tree right here, this is where they get the sap from, you know. And if you notice, there are a lot of limbs cut off from it because they leak the sap from the tree, and that sap by itself is sweet, and it's partially fermented already when it comes from the tree. So you'll notice they cut from all the way from the bottom up to the top, so they have gotten a lot of sap from that tree, and that is why you'll see that they have palm farms. So you see here's another limb they have cut off because they've gotten the sap from these limbs, and then they bring the sap over to the drum to boil it to make the sodabe, which is a clear liquid alcohol that is very popular in Africa, very popular in Togo.
Yeah, so those are the palm nut tree. You know, here's another house being built out in the village, and yeah, this is the village of Eseana in Togo. Yes, this is West Africa, and we're out of the capital city of Lomé. We're about 2.5 hours north of Lomé in the village, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, I hear that, you know, it's been a long time. It's only recently that electricity is up here, you know, so it's not something that is very common. If you look back here, you'll notice that they have palm nut or palm tree, like a palm tree farm. Now what they do with the palm tree essentially is, if there is palm bearing from it, or the dates or the fruit that comes from the palm tree, they make palm nut sauce from it, and you know, cook that in meat and so on, whether that be fish, chicken, or goat meat. Cook that in meat and serve it with fufu or with rice or with something called akume, which is made from corn. And the palm tree, you can also make liquor from it. You can make palm liquor from it. Apparently, you cut a hole in the tree, and you get the juice from the tree, and from that juice, as I was showing you, you boil it, and the vapor that comes from it turns into water, or it turns into liquid, and that liquid is the alcohol. Apparently the juice that comes from the palm tree is already fermented with some type of alcohol in it. So yeah, there you go, just a little update.
So here it is, we're continuing the journey through the village, and we came upon this place where it is said that here is where the first Togolese people were baptized by the French missionaries, by French Christian missionaries in Togo. As you know, Togo was an African country, or Togo is an African country that was colonized by the French. Of course, there were French missionaries there, and they have made this a memorial of the first set of Togolese people that were baptized by French missionaries. So that's that memorial there. There are other monuments as you go through the village. There's a lot of monuments to the ancestors. You will see certain graves, family plot graves there that have, ancestors from the 1800s. And you'll see one here in a second. But this is kind of in a common area or an open area of this village. So here is one of the graves I was talking about. I think this is from something like 1860, if I'm saying that correctly, to 1957. So this person had been around from 1860, very important person in the village, and that grave might be, if I'm not mistaken, the grave of a chief. And in African culture, a lot of the time, if you're a chief, your lineage is who takes over in the village. Now, there's a lot of money and things that govern these villages, even though it might not immediately look like it whenever you see it. But the chiefs are, well-known people. They're connected politically, and so on. Here are some areas where, here's, I think, that building there is an ancestral building where if, someone from the village does well in life, and when they die, they make some type of memorial in that building. Some of these buildings are old. These were the residences of former chiefs, and so it's maintained on a as needed basis. But these are some of the communal areas of the chiefs and their wives and others that have lived here who might have gone on. No, but as you can see, you have an idea of the type of communal living that may have taken place there. Some of these buildings are no longer maintained, as you can see, while some are still, look like they can be used, but may or may not have people still living there. So it's interesting to kind of find out how things are used there. And of course you have people who have been around living in the village for long periods of time, and they speak only the native language. They can't communicate in the French language, which is the common European language there. But it's how they maintain their identity and their language. So we have come close to the end of this video, and I will just leave it right here. As I said earlier, this is the village of Eseana, 2.5 miles north of Togo. Hope you learned something from this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, there's more to the world than where you live. Have a good day, everyone.